Tonight, reaction continues to pour in over the ongoing migrant crisis, and that includes a 7th county in New York State issuing a state of emergency. Allegany County is now added to the growing list.
Leaders in all these counties say they're taking preventative measures before more asylum seekers are sent to their communities. And good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us here at 6. I'm Michael Wooten.
And I'm Mary Alice Demler. Scott has the night off. As more counties take these steps, we're hearing from the governor about the state's plans. Channel 2's Rob Hackford has that update and new reaction from immigrant groups tonight.
We have the ability to adapt and support this new wave.
Megan Maloney de Zalvidar is with the New York Immigration Coalition, who, like county leaders, are frustrated with how the migrant crisis is being handled in our state and at the federal level.
What went wrong is the lack of support systems from our state and federal government primarily, and from coordination from New York City.
Coordination that Maloney de Zalvidar says would have meant support services from groups like New York IC were in place beforehand. But instead, county leaders have issued states of emergency and called on the state and federal government to act while banning migrants. Chautauqua County's P.J. Wendell worries migrants would have just been moving from one difficult situation to another.
There's a growing concern in New York State that, these failed policies are now going to be borne on the rest of us.
Unfortunately, it has been very much in response mode as opposed to being able to work together to prepare.
Governor Hochul said Thursday the search for state-owned housing sites continues, from DEC offices to SUNY campuses, focused on, quote, welcoming communities for migrants. But no final decisions have been made.
We'll be making some announcements on locations, and we're working with the mayor because they're responsible for deciding ultimately where people go, but our job is to provide them some options.
Meeting with New York City Mayor Eric Adams and the president this week, Hochul also discussed how she wants to speed up the process for migrants to gain work status. $1 billion was allocated to New York City to handle migrants.
And the money follows them. The money will cover their costs of all the services they will need. I think a lot of people don't know that yet.
But New York Republican leaders want to make sure that is how it works. Maloney de Zalvidar believes that investment, however, getting migrants on their feet, is worth it.
The impact in our communities is huge, from recovering from population decline to revitalizing our neighborhoods.
Yeah, and de Zalvidar specifically mentioned Buffalo as a welcoming location for migrants, but said she hasn't heard of any buses arriving in our city quite yet. Michael?